鬼丸、俺と勝負しろ。もっと強くならねえと。もっと力をつけなければ。
So Yaba, I kind of want to hear your first impressions first, because you said that. Let me read exactly what you said. I can already tell it's ass, but it's animation. What does that mean?
Like, it's 2025. Why are we going off of the what do you call that? Why is it called Case Closed? No. What is that? Conan the Detective. Why are we going back towards that animation? I guess 2025, bro. What's going on? 2025.
I thought you didn't care about animation.
You're right. I don't, which is why I still watched it. It's just that while I was watching it, I'm just thinking like, what the fuck is going on? Normally, things like that doesn't bother me, but I'm thinking more that it's bothering me because the main character's hair is so fucking whack. Like, I strongly dislike it. His hair is just, why is it like that, bro? It's just so out of the ordinary. It's making me feel like it's Goku. His hair is standing up like Goku. I don't know how many anime characters we know whose hair sticks up like that. I know there's a lot, but I can't stop. I hate his hair. I do. His hairstylist needs to like redo their life. I'm hoping later on in the episodes he decides he doesn't like that hairstyle anymore and change it. But other than that, the animation, it feels cringe. It's you told me this episode. What anime did you say this might? You said this might be better than Dandadan. Yeah, you better stop.
No.
You're crazy for even mentioning Dandadan and this anime in the same sentence.
I didn't say mine.
Dandadan definitely is a different anime, and that's what makes it unique. This anime is just not telling me it's different. It's giving a whole bunch of animes put together to make this. It's like they just put up a whole bunch of trash together to make this. As I'm watching it, I'm just like, what the fuck, man? Like, it's I'm surprised I made it the first episode. And I was like, you know what? While I was in there, maybe 17 minutes in, it started to finally grab my attention. So I'm like, you know what? I can see why David like this. This might not be a bad anime, but I just have my own triggers, like his hairstyle, his fascination with never seeing a girl before. So he acts around. I do like the part where the girl beats him because that's pretty funny, but yeah, it was a hard 20 minutes. It was grueling. I'm just like, man. Whew. I thought about watching one more episode just so I can get it out the way, but I like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight when I'm on break, I'll just check it out. But right now, that's not a show that I would watch. I'll give it a try. I'll watch another episode just to see how it's going, but it's not a show that I watch. It's, to me, actually worse than Sakamoto Days. And I still have not went back to Sakamoto Days. I've only watched one episode. I will go back eventually. But yeah,
you gotta give these animes more of a chance. Like, I understand what you were saying. You do know this is a remake, right? Of an older anime?
I don't.
So maybe that lack of understanding is why you have some kind of maybe bias towards it, or maybe that's not the right word, but this is a remake of an older anime, so that's why the animation is the way that it is. An older manga as well. But with the new flair, or the new 2025 anime filter over the older animation, if that makes sense. So it's still new age like filters, but with the older animation. They keep the older style of the old animation. I'm assuming, because I've never seen the original Yaiba. But I do appreciate them sticking to the roots if this is similar to the old animation, because it's like new animation doesn't mean it's going to be a great anime. Like, for example, Rurouni Kenshin, that's the anime that I'm thinking of right now, where the remake, they made a remake of Rurouni Kenshin, and I absolutely hate the animation and the art of the remake of that. Just loses its grittiness, loses its flavor, its uniqueness, its the dark feel of it. I didn't watch another episode. If you do want to watch Rurouni Kenshin, please watch the original over the remake. So much better. But yeah, Yaiba, if you guys haven't watched this anime yet, the main character is essentially Kid Goku. Don't listen to Unknown Skills. He doesn't really give anime a chance. Definitely watch another episode. I think it will change your opinion a little bit more. I think each episode might sway your opinion a little bit more. It depends on how much you laugh. That's going to be the biggest determining factor whether you like this anime, because dang near every episode I'm crying laughing at the characters, at the main character, how goofy he is. And even, I know the animation isn't Jujutsu Kaisen animation, but still they are very creative with their animation. It's by Wit Studios, I believe the same people that made Attack on Titan. Spy Family. It's not as funny as Spy Family. I think Spy Family is one of the funniest animes. But it's definitely up there in terms of humor. And I'm on I finished episode 6 last night. And I'm about to be on episode 7. So it hasn't really gotten to the plot yet. They basically show that, I'm assuming they show the end. I think this is one of those shows where it's like a closed loop, where they show the ending at the beginning, and then they show the beginning, like this is how I got here, and then leading up to what they showed in the beginning. I don't think this is one of those animes that's gonna get another season. I
agree.
And not for what you're talking. Well, not for the reason that you think. I think because the story is simple. It's a very simple story. It's kind of like Dororo, how it finished in 12 episodes. I feel like this is a very short series. It's not one of those animes that's going to go on for 10 years, 7, 8 seasons like My Hero Academia. But for me, it's a fun watch. I enjoy every single episode. Can't wait to watch the next episode because it's a good time. And that's really why I watch anime. Doesn't need to have the craziest story of all time. This is a very simple story, very simple characters. But they do it so well with how the characters interact with each other. The humor especially is probably one of the biggest parts of the anime, and then the action is good as well. So yeah, I highly recommend Yaiba. At least watch the first 3 episodes so you can get the vibe and what direction the show is going to go into. Because it goes literally from 0 to 1,000 really, really quick. And then you get a sense of what the show is going to be about. Unlike Sakamoto Days, where it takes like 6-7 episodes just to get a feel of the tone of the show, the direction of the show. It settles in very quickly in the first 3 episodes how the show is going to go.
You said 0 to 1,000?
0 to 1,000.
And how many episodes?
The plot. Like 3 episodes.
3? Sounds like
Think of a simple argument or dispute turning into world domination. It turns up that much.
I'll give it another go. I'm still gonna watch the show, just like I'm gonna watch Sakamoto Days, but
It's
it's gonna be hard.
it's definitely way better than Sakamoto Days.
It's gonna be hard for me to get back in there.
It has more flavor. It's like watching an older anime, like Inuyasha or one of those older animes from like pre 2010s. It has that older, like Saturday. Some person said they describe it as like Saturday morning cartoons, that kind of feel. So
When I watch it, the vibes that I get is just a big old field of trash, and then there's like I don't even know what type of machines they are, but the ones with the scoop that scoop up snow, it's scooping up the trash and pushing it together. Just a bunch of bullshit, and just combine it. But man, maybe
hey,
his
remind
hair is
me.
just really throwing me off. Maybe his hair is just really making me not like it, because this man, that hairstyle is just insane for that. Just for where they are, the time frame, the area. Like, bro's going to be the only one in this show with that hairstyle, not including his dad.
It's an old anime, bro. Remake. Kid
I
Goku was
like it,
rocking the same hairstyle in Dragon Ball.
and for some reason it fits Goku, but it does not fit this main character. But what I will say is I do like old anime, but that's not the vibe I'm getting from this. But now that you told me that, I might be able to change my mindset a bit, since I'm just thinking this is 2025,
No.
new year, new anime, but we're going off a remake, so I can change my mindset, slow it down a bit, and try to imagine that the show wasn't made yesterday.
Yeah, that's what fucked you up. You were expecting a 2025 show with 2025 animation, camera work, art style.
Actually, I'll be honest with you. I was expecting some good anime, because you told me it was good. You told me you're already 6 episodes in, so I'm like, yo, if David's watching this, it's gotta be some heat. And I'm over here thinking that it's gonna be great. That's what threw me off. If I would have just got some hey, just watch this anime. I don't know about it, but I went off of your opinion, and I went in there thinking like, yo, David wouldn't put me on some trash, so this has to be gas. And when I got off, as I'm watching the show, I'm just like, David's biased as fuck. What the fuck is going on
No,
here?
like I said, you lacked the knowledge. You didn't know it was a remake from an older anime. You didn't know it was designed like that. It's supposed to look like that.
We will find out on the next couple episodes.
Yeah, and we are not ever doing first impressions again on animes until you watch the first 3 episodes. Because yeah, you gotta watch the first 3 episodes when we do first impressions. Because it's not a good first impression.
First impression, because it's just the first episode.
Yeah, at least two would have changed your opinion a little bit more too. What happened on the end of episode 1? I forget. What was the last thing that happened?
Yaiba,
Yeah.
he followed this girl. Also, bro, this is unrealistic. That's also what's getting to me. But he followed that girl to the school, and then she allowed him to go inside of their school, and then he tried to fight. He picked a fight with one of the national champions in judo, and right when he swung a sword at him because he thought he was open, bro did a quick little sidestep, knocked the sword out of his hand, and then was like, "Yeah, this ain't no playground." And the kid was like, "You know what? You're pretty strong. I am Kurigane." Blah 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 blah. And the dude was like, I'm blah 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 blah. You know, introduced themselves, and
What part was unrealistic? I'm confused.
the part where the girl brought an unknown person into their school, and no one said anything other than her three friends who said, "Who is this?" But he was just able to follow her into school, follow her into her.
That
Was
wasn't
it Google
school.
Class?
That was a separate building where they were having the class. But yeah, I highly recommend it.